Well, I think if you look at the CS system, some of the features were there from the very beginning, but not necessarily really used by the content owner and the value chain distribution. Things like a system a la carte, for example, where you only pay for the channel that you want to watch and not necessarily for the package, was there. You could only pay for sport event, for example, across all bouquet. VOD was already some of the first features built in some of the CS system like ours. And really from a technology perspective, the solutions to enable any kind of business model, more or less, is there. It's more the willingness from the content owners, again, to apply them, because we know that many industries like to sell packages more than items. I mean, it applies to hardcore and any business, to restaurant or whatever.
Because the margins are better.
Yes, but at any point, all these industries have to offer at least the choice. And the nice thing is that in many occasions, when you offer the choice, people will take the package still, which may save the content industry, like it may have solved the content music industry, even if it was deployed early enough and not only mainly through one single channel being iTunes, which impose a completely new model to them.
So Andy, I mean, do your systems help enable people to be able to exploit their content better with things like targeted advertising and micropayments? And do you think the content side of the industry is going to recognise quickly enough that it has to move on from a purely subscriber model to offer people, what they want, not just where they want it, but for the price they want, in the chunks that they want?
There are about 5 questions there on there, but let's go last first. So one of our clients is of a piece of Civolution called Teletrans, which is a broadcast monitoring division that basically tells content owners when their video is aired on terrestrial linear television. And there's a lot of activity in the news space. And I think if you look at the news space, historically people did sell packages. So they said, we create all this news about the Middle East, for example. Here, you buy that thing. And what they're now looking at much more purposefully is enabling consumers, clients, sister media organizations to actually pick and choose what they want. So they're moving from a subscription model to a transactional model, which if you are the end publisher, which could be another TV station, say in Germany, is great because you buy and use the stuff that you want. You don't buy this other extraneous material. So I think there's a growing sense that you can't just impose these kind of one-size-fits-all mechanisms, and using technologies like ours, and I'm sure, my colleagues around the table, you can more precisely identify consumption patterns, the things that work well, the things, to be frank, that don't work well. So if they don't work well, why are you doing them? So you must then kind of investigate that. So I think it's all about, to go back to where I started, which is that identify, manage, and monetize thing. It's really in using technologies to very precisely target the way that media performs in its given marketplace, which I don't think is unanalogous, if that's a word, to the way that Google defines content as well. So I think there's digital technologies generally enable us to better understand the reach, usage, consumption, and performance of media, or indeed any kind of piece of content. So that's the way we're trying to change the model, and I think the industry is changing to that kind of transactional model. Generally, I think the bigger issue about, can we help people make more money? I think that's our job, and that's all of our jobs around this table. The way it's working at the moment is I think we are in the foothills of this digital revolution. I think we all think we've gone a long way, but actually I don't think we really have gone so far. So I think all we're all about around this table is just, kind of incrementally moving forward with the industry to try and help, whether it be ad linking, we using watermarking, for example, can do at the cable head end point, we can trigger ads, very specific ads for you as a consumer based on, it could be a kind of socio-economic profile, it could be about your consumption behavior, data privacy notwithstanding. So I think there are loads of ways that we're helping to drive the industry forward. And again, I think it's about a series of mechanisms and models which historically were, maybe we thought that it would just be all DRM or all CA or all watermarking. I don't think that's the case. So it's not simple, but we're moving forward.
We seem to be saying that we have the means to deliver in most of these different ways. Let's end by just sort of saying what in an ideal world would you like to see the content companies do next? What do you think their next most important move could or should be?
Well, I think again that the best idea would be offer really exciting experience on legal paid for services, because people are willing to pay, but people are demanding in terms of how nice, how satisfying the service is. So we have the technology blocks, they have the content. We can together deliver a unique experience that end user will be satisfied with, and not be moving to try to search and find some of content that sometimes is not even the one they were expecting, which is scary in some cases when you know that some of our children, for example, are trying to find a movie sometimes and download something that we are not happy with.
Content owners, their responsibility?
Well, our problem from technology side is not with the set-top boxes and not with the flat screens. It's with the PCs and maybe the mobile phones. So what we need there is I talked about security adapters. That is really not ours. It's kind of that we need to find security tools. Toolbox inside this the consumer electronics equipment, and that we can use as hooks in. And we start to get there because the HDMI, HDCP is there for the flat screen. We now also get the Common Interface Plus for the flat screen, so we have it for the set-top box and for the flat screen. So if we can get it, and as I said, this Microsoft protected broadcast driver architecture, that's something for the PC. So if we can get that, and that's back to the standardization again. Actually, it shall be that becomes then de facto standards. That we have the hooks that we need in order to ensure that the content is protected all the way to the screen, whether it's then the laptop screen or the desktop screen or the mobile screen. So that's the area around the mobile phones and the PCs. That's where we really need to just go a little step further. And then, of course, the best could be, we now see that watermarking and fingerprinting is there on the set-top boxes. We also have to move that into so that it becomes a part of the toolbox of the PCs and the mobile phones. Then we're more or less there, because we have the rest of the tools, like micropayments and so on.
Albert, content owners, what would you like to see as their next most important move?
I would like them to first keep on investing on high quality content. I think that's only for that people are going to be willing to pay, and to spread into all the different types of equipment you want to see it. And second, as I said, I wish that they would push for a security standard so that everybody is going to work towards a higher level of security in this industry. There is no security standard, and I really think it's a shame. It should be necessary for making sure that we all do things state of the art. And I'm sorry, I don't think that everybody does it state of the art. Otherwise, you wouldn't have so much piracy. And piracy has been winning some battles lately. It's about time we fight back.
Well, I'm sorry to say that unfortunately we'll never stop piracy, and there's a secure enough solution for today, will not tomorrow. And this is again why we have to invest and reinvest, improving ourselves and our solutions. But again, solutions are there. What we need is put all together and deliver a unique experience, meaning addressing all the expectations from the end user. We have means for that, and we can enable this business over flexible business models, but we need to make it happen as soon as possible.
And of course, it'd be a very bad thing for CA vendors anyway, wouldn't it? If you had a perfect security system that never needed updating.
Doesn't exist.
All right, well, thank you very much indeed, gentlemen. It'll be a very interesting discussion. And I'm sure we've all learnt a lot. And we'll see you again soon on the Academy TV channel. Thank you.